So, Scotty, what's the go with the moustache, mate? You look like an absolute flog. Straight up. I don't know what's going on with that, mate.
Okay, so for my Dance for Cancer that I'm doing, which is coming up in like 20 odd days, I had to grow the moustache because I'm supposed to be Gomez Adams from the Adams family.
You still look like a flog. Doesn't matter. And we're back, guys. We're up and about recording another video today, of course. If you're brand new, please hit the subscribe button. We are rocking along. Thumbs up. Big week for the channel. We'll talk about that in a second. Thank you so much for hanging. Pop your comments in there as well. We've got a lot to talk about. Sweens has joined us. Hello, Sweens. How are you, brother? It's great to have you joining us as always, mate. You well?
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure. Always appreciate getting the invite.
Mate, welcome anytime. Scotty McLaren, who got us running a couple of years ago, who helped formulate this catastrophe of a channel. Scotty, great to have you here joining us as well, mate, on a big day.
Thanks, mate. It's good to be here, especially with my good old mate Grid, you know, who I subscribed to about 3 years ago and still am subbed. I'm not subbed to you yet, though. Who are you?
Get stuff, Scotty. TJ is here, otherwise known as Zoom user, because he can't actually work out how Zoom works.
Not to interrupt him, but I just want to say congrats on the 10K. It should have been Hershey, but this man deserves all the praise. So not to kill Kanye, but this man did everything good. So I didn't want to kill anybody out, but good on you.
It's put a Kanye on me. What the hell? It's crazy, man. It's good to have you here, brother. Got a good chat. And, of course, Grid. Hello, Grid. Absolute superstar. Still adapting. I'm still adapting to the beardless Grid lately. It's great to have you here,
the beardless beardy boy.
It just seems wrong. It really does. But it's good to have you here, man. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Welcome, brother. But, boys, we got a lot to chat about. But, yeah, let's quickly cover it. We need to cover it quickly. Scotty said to me a while ago, 3 years ago, we had a chat and we said, hey, look, let's throw some, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Let's get in front of the camera. We're mucking around with the podcast guys, guesting for a little bit there. And then, we thought, look, let's do something different. Let's start something up. And the rest is history, Scotty. Is that how you recall it, mate, back in the day? Or do you remember things a different way? That's kind of how I remember it anyway, you know?
Fuck no, I don't remember it that way. I remember it a completely different way. And I'm going to say it this way. This is what happened, guys. So I was one of the hosts on the Escape podcast back in the day with Paul Anthony. And what happened was that this crazy Australian Muppet used to come in and stalk the living daylights out of me about hey, how good is this Aussie stuff, man? You know, this Aussie guy. And I had no idea back then that the Australians even played this game, let alone were involved in this game. I mean, from a day one account for the first couple of years of playing, I was actually stuck in American guilds because I had no idea. So I was the honorary Aussie, so to speak. But then this crazy Muppet introduces me to a whole new world full of Australian people that all played this game. And basically, I ended up playing with Heinzie for a little while until he kicked me out of his guild for Cubs fan Han, but that's another story.
That makes sense.
It's fair swap.
And basically what happened was that in the end, I said to Heinzie, mate, what you need to do is you need to start up your own thing. And we had a massive chat. We worked out a pretty awesome little arrangement as to how it all was going to play out. And that's what happened. That's how it all worked out, mate. And here we are, 10,000 subs later, mate. You know, you're one of the best people that's out there in terms of content creating, man. And mate, I send you all of my love in the world, mate. And congratulations.
Thank you,
it's
brother.
Bloody fantastic.
Yeah, I was pretty emotional the other day when we ticked over the mark. It was pretty crazy stuff. It really was. So, yeah, it's still very, very... what's the word for it? What's the word I'm trying to think of right now? I'm very
sensitive.
It's very humbling. It's
middle-aged, womanly.
Yes, it's very humbling. Thanks, TJ, not helping, but thank you so much, brother. But it was cool for it to happen as well while we were live. It was crazy stuff. But yeah, we'll put the link in obviously for when we actually ticked over because we were live at the time. So we'll pop that.
Everybody needs to watch that video.
It's crazy.
All
crazy
10,000 need to watch that video.
Yeah,
the emotional.
Grown man cry.
Only if you want to see me cry, check out
priceless.
that video. Absolutely. But look, we got a lot to cover, guys, and let's get straight after it. Sweens, let's start, mate, because of course we've had the Inquisitor drop in the last 48 hours from recording this video. And honestly, it's gross. It is gross. Sweens has been looking into the kit, mate. Your thoughts on Grand Inquisitor? Certainly, probably not the most loved character in the game right now, as far as kit anyway. It's pretty crazy. Could be better.
Well, so many people don't love him because they need a goddamn encyclopedia just to understand what the is going on with this man. Yeah, so the only thing, and I have not, I saw, I think it was Playbook doing a little bit yesterday with going against JMK Cat and Gas, and said that he felt more comfortable going against the JMK Cat comp. If we see down the track that Grand Inquisitor can handle JMK Cat on a semi-consistent basis, I think there's going to be a lot of like outroar as to why, and the love of, can a legendary character beat the best team in the game.
Yeah, should and I'll ask everyone separately as well. Should it easily take out JMK Cat? Should do that or not?
Easily, no, but yes, it should beat it.
Yeah, not easily. Like, it's a GL. Like the entire non-GL nerf was to help put another leg in between GLs and non-GLs to encourage the player base to farm GL, since that's their cash cow.
True, but the thing is that they sold it as a Galactic Legend killer.
Yes, according to them, it should, yes, beat Galactic Legends, or at least Jedi Galactic Legends. So
yeah. So
yeah, it should.
I mean,
but
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Scotty, your thoughts, mate, with Grand Inquisitor dropping?
Don't have it, and not likely to get it. Basically, not a fan. Yeah, no. Well, basically, from watching yourself, Heinzie, do it, and also Yoda, who's in chat as well, having a crack at it. Yeah, there's no way Ahsoka Fulcrum should be able to full clear 5 people. No chance in the world. So yeah, no, not.
Or can
not
we
happy,
get that
not
Ahsoka
keen.
Fulcrum?
Yeah.
Well, that's right. It's the Ahsoka we deserve.
That would be amazing.
Yeah,
You know.
Mine's at
Yeah,
Relic 5 right now, so
Same.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, not looking at getting it anytime soon, unless it's a requirement for something down the track, which I dare say it probably is.
Yep, fair enough. TJ, your thoughts, mate? I know that have you unlocked Grand Inquisitor?
Mine's Relic 8,
There we
and
go.
it's got all the
What a
homies
stupid
and the
question.
full 9s. But my concern, right, is I would expect that it does do the JMK Cat, that it can kill the team in TW. That was the designation, right? So it should be the counter to like a Star Killer. That should be the good comparison. Star Killer can kill GLs in GAC and TW as well with the good thing with Juhani, but we should be able to see that, and we'll know this coming TW depending on what we see on the. But we should be seeing that it should be able to kill GLs for the equivalents in TW.
Yeah, fair enough. Grid, your thoughts overall, mate, with the event from what you've seen? Have you had a crack at the event? Have you been able to do that?
no. So I don't have my Inquisitors leveled up to a place where I can use them, unfortunately. But watching the event, it did look kind of frustrating. I reserve most kind of judgments about it because I don't know. I haven't played it for myself. I'd like to, but it looked frustrating. But we'll see. Apart from that, I was sent one video showing the Inquisitors beating JMK. So and they showed all the mods and everything, and it was a good JMK. They did have some data or a Datacron on that looked useful, but not like it changed the entire tide of the battle per se. So I don't know. Look, we've all kind of beaten it down. Like at this point, there's not a whole lot else to say. It's frustrating that they ignored what people were saying to make some money.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
I'm just, at this point, I'm just like, dude,
Whatever.
Yeah. I'm just kind of,
I think somebody in Arnold's chat commented it too, and it's if it's true, I'm not saying it is or isn't, but the thought that it's not just the tie-in of the Inquisitor and the Grand Inquisitor, but it's also the tie-in of the Datacron. that all the pieces of that are the puzzle, right? So that's the Grand Inquisitor with the Inquisitors, and then the Datacron to top that that tie-in for the extra ability to make it to be the the killer, right? So I'm hoping that's not what it is, and I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not, because there's still testing to be done. But that can be a concern, because what happens when this set goes away?
Well, that's right. You know, it could be better or worse. We just don't know. And funny you mentioned that, because that was what we were going to cover next, the Datacrons. We need to cover that. So, Sweens, have you got your hands on the Datacrons as well, mate? Have you gotten any deep into them? Have they helped you at all, or how have you found them so far?
So I personally have not rolled one past level 3, I think it is. I think the idea is a good one. I think the rollout was very poor, and I think the stats probably are going to get tweaked down the road, because I'd said it on my channel the other day that it's kind of reminiscent of when mods first came out, and you would have insane like plus 90 speed on some mods. So I would imagine that there might potentially be a tweak in the stat changes. I think a lot of people are worried about, you know, the Datacrons, at least in the end game, going on GLs and making it an almost unkillable type of team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think the idea is good, and I think that once we play with them and see what potentially we can do with them, you know, GLs and non-GLs, I think it'll be just like mods. We'll get used to them and we'll adapt.
Yeah, we have always generally adapted. Scotty, your thoughts with Datacrons, mate? Have you found them?
To be honest, I don't like another thing that I have to farm. Simple as that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
fair enough. Straight up.
Was it like progression isn't content, and somehow they keep confusing that?
Yeah.
We don't need more stuff to level up. We need more things to level up.
To do.
Like,
we need more things to do.
we need more stuff to do. I
Yeah.
need more characters that I can level up, like, that are useful. I want more stuff to use those characters in, you know?
We need more events. We need more events more than, you know, ways of leveling up our characters we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. TJ, your thoughts on Datacrons? Because you're real deep into it as well, mate. I know you've got quite a few. How have you found them overall?
I think we've beaten the other piece of the puzzle to death, right? So moving past that, we had the discussion last week. We talked about it. We went through all the things about it. So it's personally, the theory crafting side of things, it's a lot of fun to mess with, right? Getting to use it for us, we got to face Mall 1 in VG, and honestly, that was, to me, beneficial for us. We got to see it live action. We got to see it on top teams. We got to see variations. So I'm not going into or giving away whatever anybody said, but there was a lot that got to get studied on that. Whereas somebody who may not have all that stuff may not be able to get that same experience. So real world usage, seeing them on defense and seeing what they're going to do, these level 3s, 6s, and 9s on them, and getting to try it and say, this is going to work, this is not going to work, was huge. But not everybody's getting that. Yeah. So it comes to a point where you're not getting the same experience for somebody who's not facing maybe the tip of the spear, right? So then you're not getting the full experience of what the Datacron can do. How can it be fun? How can it be used? What could be improved? What couldn't be improved? So it makes it kind of tough. Yeah. But for me, I'm loving it.
Yeah, straight up. Guys, we only had the road ahead, what, about a week and a half ago? Is that right? About a week and a half ago, something like that. We've now got everything rolled out in that. There's nothing else that we're waiting for. Of course, we got Melgus coming in a month from now, you know, the next conquest, once that's all done. And that's pretty well all we know coming up. There's nothing else, right? So, question to you guys is, what's next? Okay, the Inquisitor rollout's now complete. Okay, that's done. Melgus is coming next month. We know that's coming. It's already in game. We're just waiting for it to drop. Okay, what's next? Because I don't see anything on the horizon next. Scotty, yeah, bro. Yeah, you go. What are you thinking? What's coming next?
I think we're going to start getting Rogue One, Cassian Andor material. That's what I think, because Cassian's not far off dropping. So I feel as if that's what's going to come. But then again, I mean, you know, we might also get the other member of the Bad Batch, Crosshair, that could also come as well. So you've got 2 Star Wars shows that are about to drop very soon. The second season of the Bad Batch and Cassian Andor pretty much overloop each other. So that's where I think we're going.
Anything else, guys, that you think we've got coming up? Anything else that we're missing? You reckon? I mean,
I'm gonna throw I'm gonna throw my hot take out there. I think after we sit with Malgus for a little bit, I think the next Conquest character I would love to see Satil Shan. I wanted to see Satil and Malgus as Galactic Legends. Obviously, that's not going to happen. And I would be really confused then if they made Satil Shan a Galactic Legend, but not Malgus, or who they would. Anyways, it just doesn't really make sense that you would bring out Malgus but not Satil Shan, because that was like the main person fighting against Malgus. So it'd be really weird if they never touched Satil Shan.
Yeah, so it's strange to have one
I hope
side
she comes
of the puzzle.
out. Be cool if she's a Conquest character. And yeah, otherwise I'm not really holding my breath for much.
Fair enough. Straight up. And, I'm really surprised that we're halfway through the year and we haven't had a GL announcement or a GL drop. And I'm not wanting one, but a lot of other people are, because, you know, the whole Inquisitor thing's done and dusted now. And I think that, you know, a lot of people, you know, that the game's in a funny spot when people are asking for a GL. Like, I mean, it's just strange. It really is. But are we going to see one on the horizon soon, guys? I mean, we know that, you know, we had the road ahead, and you would have thought that it might have been mentioned in that if we were getting one in the next month or so, right? So is it going to be a couple of months, or are we even going to get one this year? I mean, we're halfway through and there's been zero talk about it. It's strange.
I wouldn't be too surprised if we didn't get one.
Okay.
I mean, obviously they're cash grabs, so that means it's always an opportunity, always a chance that they might still bring them out. But it's kind of like, who would you make a Galactic Legend at this point? I feel like they're going to have to wait for some of these shows to come out and see who's going to be like the next big important deal, and then maybe make a Galactic Legend off of somebody we're going to see come out, you know?
Yeah, I would counter it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your point of Satil Shan. I do see that coming. That makes perfect sense as far as where it seems like they're tracking, right? But you also know as well as I do, Grid, anybody will tell you, when they get that break in case of emergency, and it feels like we're at a point of the break in case of emergency because of how all of the stuff is going on right now, and it's kind of like toppling over, you end up needing it. So to me, I like Heinz's call out that I know our guildmate with Banksy and what we saw come up, Reverend Reborn. A call out or an easy shot. That is an easy slam dunk. That is an easy slam dunk. You have the Galactic Legend tie-in, light, dark side, however you want to do it. I'm not the guy. I would say, Grid, I would defer to you as far as that lore and that history. But doing Satil Shan and then building that in to say that's for the setup of Reverend Reborn is an easy win for CG.
That's possible. I think Reverend Reborn is technically like light side, I think. But he's kind of neutral at that point. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know where they go with it, but that'd be cool, like a neutral right, GL with the light side GL.
Is there, and that's what I mean. It's like we are at the breaking case of emergency right now because of everything that's taking place.
Darth Mar. What if they did Darth Mar, Satil Shan, like light side, dark side, and then did Revan Reborn as a neutral GL?
Our first neutral character in the game being a GL, I think that would be amazing. I mean, we got the tag sitting there. It's bloody empty. It's just sitting there with nothing in it.
I made his kit, actually. I made a Revan Reborn kit.
Ooh, well, nice.
And if you've got the Satil Shan, right, that's another Shan that builds into the whole setup. And if that's a Conquest character, so I'll take your point, that's Conquest, and that's the new JMK, right? So we have JMK Cat, and then you have Satil Shan that ties into Revan Reborn. That's the new duo, the new It duo. That, again, just easy layups.
Yeah, that's actually, that would be an easy ass layup. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has wanted Revan Reborn since Revan, really.
Right.
So slam dunk with the community. Hey guys, we're listening. Here's your Revan Reborn. And then fast forward a little bit. Here's Satil Shan, his lifter, so that Inquisitors can't beat it. And then that'd be pretty sweet. But I'd also be really sad because it took this for them to make it.
Yeah, it's crazy, crazy stuff. It really is. But no, look, I think that we're definitely due for a GL soon. I think that it's just easy money, and it is easy money, and that's why I'm really surprised that we haven't even had a whisper of it at all up until this point. We need more stuff to do in the game. We just need more things to do. I think that we need, again, another raid, or at least a difficulty raise in the ones that we have, something along those lines. We need something else. I don't care what. I know we need a Death Star raid. I've been saying it forever. That's a fucking slam dunk, right? That's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
But
you're saying the equal out is the same thing as needing a loadout for ships.
I know.
A gear
We need ship
economy
loadouts,
change
we need
cycle.
gear increases, we need, we know what we need. I mean, we've been going, we can set to a screaming blue in the face, but we need more stuff to do. We need more gear to farm our stuff with. We need more bloody ships in the game, and we need fleet loadouts. Give us that. We're happy, and we'll shut up for a minute. Yeah?
Yeah, like we really would.
Yeah, sorry, Swings. Yeah,
Look,
bro.
we're used to the abuse at this point. Like, you can keep doing some sketchy shit, but like, just make us happy every once in a while,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
at this point, I'll take every once in a while.
Throw some love. Sorry, Swings. Yeah, bro. Sorry. Hand up,
No,
teacher.
it's fine, man. Here's one thing that I'm gonna put out there that nobody is gonna like.
Uh-oh.
Why are ships not involved in Conquest?
Oh, that would be fine. I wouldn't be worried. I'm surprised it hasn't been already. I mean, they build Conquest as plug and play, changing things all the time, right? Customizable.
Right, and we already have ships being every once in a while integrated into galactic challenges, so it doesn't need to be a full sector of ships. But if Conquest is supposed to be this game mode where you're utilizing your entire roster, ships.
Yeah.
Let's play with our toys for sake.
Even okay, so
that's honestly Swains. That's honestly where I would have thought that those two battles at the end of each tier, once you got past the boss,
that's a great point.
Where I would have thought that's where the fleet could go.
Okay,
but
that's a great point.
So would you guys prefer a ship node that gives you the Datacron material at the end of the sectors, or would you prefer a whole sector full of ship battles?
I don't think you'd cover that. There's not enough, I don't think, honestly, to cover something along those lines. And the other piece is they may be trying to do that, but they can't integrate all the special abilities from the Conquest into the ships. So that could also, we don't know where they're at with that whole setup. If they can't readily do a ship loadout, I'm not going to hold my breath that they can build in all these special abilities of bombs and dots and everything else going out on ships, and that it works fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just more ships.
Well, I mean, like, I want
doubt
to throw out there what Esteban's just saying, and he's right. I mean, for me, it's exactly, if you want me to be happy in this game, give me my Hondo Wanaka and give me my Jabba the Hutt GL with Leia, Slave Leia, and I will be very, very happy.
Slave Leia.
Please, just give it to me.
That's Jabba's lifter unit.
That's
That'd be Crumb, dude. If you don't have Crumb on your Jabba, dude, there's a problem.
I think Slave
Leia could be
Leia.
the double lifter.
I think Slave Leia is everyone's lifter unit. Guys, we're going to finish on that one straight up. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to have you here. Sweens, Scotty Mac, our boy Grid, and TJ, thank you so much for joining us on the video, guys. Please sub. We really appreciate it. Thumbs up. Put your comments in there. Let us know your opinions on what your thoughts are about what we covered. And we're going to get straight into GAC now, guys, over here. We're going to try and kick some butt, and we'll see you again next week. Of course, our boy TJ, Mondays with TJ's back now for the rest of the 3 weeks that we got a GAC, so we're looking forward to that. We'll see you all soon, guys. Love ya. Bye. Mwah! Thanks for being awesome.
Bye.